Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber, fighting out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a hard-hitting, sensational knockout artist, and a WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Which fans are going to be happy? Which fans are going to be sad?
All right.
I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. Boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They're elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
That punch is beginning to take its toll. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. Let's see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way it's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Can't find a home for that jab. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the response, though.
There's the bell for round 2. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
That hook just can't find the target. done with that counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That jab doesn't find a home. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five. Come to me.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Go. Listen, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? You're doing good, kid.
Yes, just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
The gaps will appear. You were thinking, you were smart.
Get back out there and win the round. You got complacent. The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've
In there for one shot at a time. Set him up, and you'll take him out.
He's finished. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute.
Focus now. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots, yeah?
Take away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks. Don't worry about
That right hand, beautiful, beautiful.
Time winding down as we get set.
Forget about that round. It was bad.
There's the bell to start round 3. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Left hook doesn't find its target. They exchange punches. And he scores with the counter. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. How about that time counter shot? They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Good job defending the jab. Shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt. Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Good counter punching. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. Hook misses. Jab does not score. Just missed with that hook. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you flip and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And he just missed with that left jab. Beautiful counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Come on, get back in the fight.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Misses with that jab. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
There's a counter shot. These two were made for each other. The straight right just misses. Good one. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
And we'll go back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter lands. They miss with the jab. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent.
There's the bell to start round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Taj, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter punch. Game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
We have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense.
Whoa, Johnny! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And down goes Jones Jr. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you continue?
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down.
There's the bell to start round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Perfect counter lands. That jab won't score. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into a rhythm, the fight is over.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter. These two fighters are made for one another. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it and the fight continues. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The jab doesn't quite connect. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That counter punch caught him clean. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know what? I've been...
There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Perfect counter shot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.